Welcome to Authentic with Brazil 201. I'm your host, Brazil 201. As you can already see by the title, we're going to talk about the MSNBC firings and the whole progressive outrage that everyone was fired was, a diversity person. First of all, let's talk about this. Had Harris won, would these people have been fired? No, but what I don't think people seem to understand in regards to the cable media thing, it's about access. And right now, only 7 journalists matter to the Trump era because Trump has to like you. As well as the fact is that nobody under 45 watches cable news outside the people with Trump deranged syndrome who are like, we're losing the country, fascism. Elon Musk sucks. And the Elon Musk part is all true. He sucks and whatever, that whole nonsense. But I don't think people seem to understand. Trump winning sped up the death of a lot of cable news companies, thankfully, because cable news is garbage. You're the people defending MSNBC right now. Do you not realize for the last 3 years, the ginger with the bad spray tan, Joy Reid, Rachel Maddow, Alex Wagner, the Morning Joe, old white people, all of them said inflation is not a real concern. Immigration is not a real concern. Suck it up. Deal with Hospice Joe. He's not that old. You will deal with it, and he will be the nominee, and you will like it. Okay? Why should anyone outside the most annoying, aka the 20%, the pronoun left, should give a shit what MSNBC has to say? I am glad everyone's being fired. And by the way, because MSNBC is being spun off from NBC, they don't have the protection of the company that actually makes money anymore to carry the nonsense, which is good. By the way, the same thing is going to happen to CBS News. They are going to be spun off, allegedly, according to Puck News, Dylan Byers. Okay. And the other issue inflicting the non-Fox News programs in terms of legacy media is like the pro-Hamas staffers who are so upset at pro-Israel coverage. As you saw how the staffers attacked Tony DeColbo, who is Israeli, or not Israeli, but his ex-wife is from Israel, and he has 2 older kids who lived in Israel. And, the nonsense pro-Hamas bullshit that Tahashi Coates was doing and all the other, and the staffers attacking him. Thank God the head of the network protected Tony on this. Do not cave to your pro Hamas staffers. They should be quitting, getting fired, and all that. And I hope they're also part of these massive layoffs happening at legacy media companies. But people are like, it's racism that Joy Reid got fired. No, Joy Reid has no ratings. Okay, there are only 5 people who truly transcend their networks, and you can hate them or you like them. But once the Trump era is done, right? Caitlin Collins of CNN, who I love, who is one of these I think truly matters, and not just the fact she's a hot white girl with great eyebrows and all the other shit, but she could be bigger than CNN. She could do her own media thing in the same way that Megyn Kelly is doing it. Caitlin is my age. She's 32. She could do her own thing, and Trump likes her, so Trump gives her access, and she's doing the White House press shit. She's hosting her show. She gets access to everyone. She could literally do that format on her own and make way more money as a podcaster thing. But I understand, she cares about the gig or allegedly whatever. But once the Trump era is done, she could just do whatever and leave CNN. The other one is Jake Tapper matters, but does anyone really give 2 shits about Wolf Blitzer or Dana Bash or I don't even know who else on MSNBC? First of all, Rachel Maddow before the election, before the spinoff, was being paid $25 million to work 1 day a week. Really? Do you justify this bullshit? And now, because of all the cutbacks or whatever, she's being paid $15 million. And after the 100 days are over, she is going to go back to being 1 day a week. Rachel Maddow, just leave MSNBC and be one of these annoying crooked media type personalities. Which comes to the next part. The average ratings to all these shows outside Fox News is 800,000 people, right? So basically 800,000 diehard pronoun left viewers. Well, actually, no, because the only people who watch cable are over 45. So wine moms who are obsessed with what Rachel Maddow and the ginger with the bad spray tan have to say. Nobody cares about these people at all, okay? There are a lot better options who are more truthful. I'm sorry, but if you were lying about saying Hospice Joe is perfectly fine, or the Russiagate bullshit, or, you kept like, everything Trump did the first time around was bad. You were the boy who cried wolf. It's all bullshit. Okay. So none of these companies hopefully will exist in 4 years. Hopefully, like Rachel Maddow's fired and she can be she's not the fucking, what is that stupid term people saying? The left's Joe Rogan, because I don't know if you know this, but Rachel Maddow isn't gonna win over any straight guys. I don't know if you know this, but to any straight guy, any woman with the Rachel Maddow haircut is a red flag. Okay? Because we already know we've all had that annoying women genders professor at NYU. You already know the glasses, the shaved head, and all that. You're like, oh God, she hates men. But whatever. There are better options to watch. And look, I don't like all these options, but they all get more viewers than fucking any of the news networks combined. First of all, Joe Rogan gets more than Fox, MSNBC, CNN, and CBS combined an episode. Theo Vaughn. And they're not news outlets, but we can go to the news outlets as well. Breaking Points with Crystal Sagar. Counterpoints with Ryan and Emily. I don't like the Minority Report white girl, Emma, whatever, because she's way too pro Hamas, allegedly. But there is that. There is the Pod Save America losers. There is the fucking loser with the shiny suit, Brian Tyler Cohen. There is the TYT, but now people think they're MAGA because they don't want to say unhoused individual, and they're pro mass deportation and think the men and women's sports, which by the way is an issue 87% of the country agrees on, and all the other bullshit. Bill Maher's podcast. I'm not even talking about a show. By the way, Bill Maher's show does better ratings than all the networks combined. Okay, I am glad Joy Reid got fired. I honestly hope fucking Sunny from The View gets fired, because she is the most insufferable fucking woman on television right now. And if I'm president in 4 years, since it seems like we could just throw lawsuits at fucking news companies and locate her, why not just be like, you know what? She keeps, she's doing defamation type things, maybe. Who knows? I think Sunny and all of them will get fired before the Trump era is over. Because I think, like, you know what? And this would be better because fucking God, Sunny is such an annoying woman. God, I am so glad a lot of this happened. You people defending, look, legacy media, that is over. They lost their trust throughout this entire Trump era. You also lost their trust saying Hospice Joe is mentally competent when Hospice Joe is not mentally competent.